Why did colonialism disrupt Indigenous women's traditions? Imagine a world where women are the heart of community life, holding knowledge, guiding spiritual practices, and shaping decisions. Now picture that world being changed forever. That's what happened during colonial times. Colonial powers often aimed to control and reshape Indigenous societies. They introduced new laws and systems that pushed aside traditional roles women played. Indigenous women were often leaders, healers, and keepers of cultural stories. Colonial authorities saw these roles as obstacles to their plans. They replaced Indigenous governance with male-dominated systems, which meant women lost influence and authority. Many societies had matrilineal systems, where women inherited land and made decisions. Colonial laws like the Indian Act in Canada forced women to follow patriarchal rules, stripping them of land rights if they married outside their community. This legal change cut women off from their land and their families' history. Schools run by churches and governments took children away from their families, banning Indigenous languages and ceremonies. Women, who were responsible for passing down traditions, saw their cultural knowledge threatened. Traditional healing practices and spiritual roles were criminalized, pushing women further from their roles as cultural leaders. Colonial values also replaced Indigenous ideas of gender equality with ideas that favored men. This shift made women more vulnerable to violence and social marginalization. Colonial violence was often aimed at weakening community bonds, knowing that women's roles in raising children and leading kept cultures alive. The impacts of these actions are still felt today. Indigenous women face higher rates of poverty and violence. But many women are now working hard to bring back their traditions, reclaim leadership, and restore their cultural knowledge. So, colonialism disrupted Indigenous women's traditions by breaking down their social structures, imposing new laws, banning languages and spiritual practices, and targeting women with violence. These actions cut women off from their land, their families, and their cultural power, effects that continue to influence Indigenous communities now.